Double standards is a real life thing. Whether you like it or not, it's a real life thing. And about a year ago, I spoke about how men should use double standards to our advantages, to which I still truly do believe. We most definitely should make it into our advantage in more ways than one. But I want to tell you one of the many major ways that a man can do that. And it's basically insinuated by the title that can leave a bit of a hint. And that's you don't complain, man. As men, man, sympathy don't exist for you, man. No one gives a shit. If you're a few years into your adulthood, being 18 plus and all, you will realize, man, the worst shit could have happened to you. And the worst shit has happened to me recently. I haven't had a very good 2025 or a 2026 in a general standpoint, from a financial standpoint. I've been unemployed for time throughout the entirety of those years. And even then, I've realized, man, you can have the worst situation happen to you, man. You could have someone die. You can lose your money. You could go bankrupt. You could lose your job. You could go fat. You could be depressed. No one really cares. No one really cares, man. And I know because I've seen this in public. I've seen men who've probably been through some shit, and it's visual from their facial expressions. No one cares. No one comes to comfort them. I've seen women look distraught and depressed. At least someone will put their arm around them before they leave, even though it's a complete stranger. I'll say this to say this. There are double standards in this world. Some which are beneficial to women and some which are beneficial to men. For the most part, most of these double standards does favor the women. We just gotta take it on the chin. We don't have the luxury of complaining all the time. And I'm not just talking out of my ass, guys. I've done it myself. I've done the lived experience. And I want you guys to watch out, and I want you guys to learn the language of womenese. When I say womenese, you kind of have to be like a ninja. I said this often in my last video. You have to be like a ninja. You need to read the meanings between hidden meanings. If you want to know the examples of what I meant, check out my last video. I'll make it clear. But to give you an example this time, just for this one specific topic, learning women is in the sense of realize that what a woman say isn't actually what she means. But women are very passive in what they want. They're passive aggressive rather than just direct as us men. So they'll say something that feels good in the moment, but it's not what they actually want. In the case of arguing, they will tell you and they'll convince you to open up everything about yourself. Women don't know what's best for them in this context. They'll tell you to open up everything about yourself. Now, if you're a beta, if you don't have the knowledge of how to understand female nature, if you don't have the knowledge to see things from an objective lens, see past histories and just how women act in these cases or scenarios in terms of their demands, you'll fall for the trap and you will suddenly see her lose interest. You open up too much. You complain too much about your problems. Like, remember I told you at the beginning of this video, we don't have the luxury to complain about our problems. We don't. We just have to get on with it. We are expected to get on with life, and we get on with life. And I understand the male struggle, man. I live in the real world. I get the pain. I document the pain as well that I go through. I saw the ups and the highs and the lows. So I empathize with your pain. Maybe it may be in different forms, or we've gone through different things as men, gentlemen. But we've all gone through some bullshit and some pain. And I don't recommend complaining about that towards women. Because when you start to complain, it becomes a habit when you start doing it something too much. And I've also noticed from my own personal experience, and you start to complain yourself, you start to exhibit more of that emotional energy from yourself. You start to think from a illogical standpoint. As you know, as men, we are wired to be logical. And when you start thinking from an illogical standpoint, that can awaken one of the most dangerous men on the cosmos. The most dangerous men on the cosmos. You complain about your life problems, and then you let that consume you. You let that emotional part consume you. Destroys your rationalized logic, your reasonable logic, if you will. So you be with your woman and shit. Say you have a tough day at work, man. You know, you start complaining, oh, business is hard, bankrupt. Think about women, man. They'll tell you, tell me everything. Don't tell them everything. Tell them what they're, how to say this. Tell them what they're ready to hear. Don't tell them everything. Because a woman can tell you, bro, I want to know everything about you. Tell me all your struggles. You give them an info dump just like they do, right? Now, men are wired to handle that bullshit. And in terms of love and whatnot, I also don't believe men and women love the same. The, common phrase, men and women are equals, all of them are true. I believe women love from an opportunistic standpoint. So they'll see traits within a man to which they find desirable. And, they have a body clock too. So they have the burning desire to want to reproduce and they get married as soon as possible to secure her own selfish needs, biological needs of security and protection. Doesn't make the woman a bad person. It's just her biological urge telling her to do it. So she can't help but, when vetting out a man, look for the traits to see if the man has what she needs to provide her the stability, mental fortitude, the ability to push through endurance. Financial wealth is a signal of protection. Being in shape, right, makes you a threat in a positive light because it protects the woman. All of those things I mentioned, all of those skills I mentioned, to which a man needs to earn through hardship. And why would a man need to sabotage that via complaining, listening to the woman? And it's a dangerous game for us men, guys. Be very careful. Some of you get haters may say, "Oh, you have no place to speak, Golden. You've never been in a relationship." That's not the point. The point is, no, you need to know this before even stepping into a relationship. Because I don't need to fuck up like the rest of us men. Excuse me for my language. What is that? Or a fly. So all those traits I listed that women seek, they will also try and make you beta the same way. That's the one thing you have to learn about women as well. They will try knock you off your path subconsciously. It's weird. I know, it's very weird. So they'll want a certain demand, but they'll also try stop you from doing that subconsciously. Telling you to complain. Telling you what feels good for them to say in their head. It feels good in their head to say, "Oh, open up." Women sometimes don't know what's best for them. In this context, it can't be more evident. You know, and if you guys got mums, yeah, you got mums, you got mum. Some of us don't, it's fine. And if you guys got a dad, all right, some of you do, some of you don't. All right, cool. Besides that, whether you do or not, let me tell you what happens in general. It's socially acceptable for women to complain. I mean, you see women complain all the time, the public eye, especially your household. For the people who do have mothers, I mean, how many times have you seen your mum complain about her life, how hard her life is? Decades, right? Gets fucking annoying. I hear it. I know. But socially acceptable. And any of you guys are siblings? How do your family members react when your mum complains? Oh, sympathy. Oh, okay. You should do this. It's very cozy. What about the dad? You see the dad complain all the time. How do they treat your dad? They make fun of him, right? They can't help but lose respect. Proves exactly my point. Men, I just expected to get on with it, man. You can't complain. I did it myself. I used to always complain all the time when I was like 15 years old, 5 years ago. Right? I fell for this trap too. I was told that it's okay to open up all the time. I wasn't born with a father figure, so I was told by others, women in particular, it's okay to open up. I started doing that too much. I fucked around and I found out. Doesn't work. I got told, shut up, you always complain. I agree. It's not even me speaking from a place of anger. It's me speaking from a place of truth. I did complain too much. I fucked around and found out. I went through my Red Bull rage. I was like, oh, the woman told me this. Women told me to open up. No, they don't like it. All right. I know how to act now. I'm speaking from experience, guys, man. Don't complain about your problems to your woman, man. That doesn't mean you can't be deep and have intimate conversations with your woman about serious topics. I'm not saying that. But when you get home, bro, from your work, anything, you don't even need to be in a relationship with this. You could just be female members in the household. As long as I said it like that, we move. Too tired to even care that much. But when you get back from work, man, all the stresses you have, don't tell her, man. Because when you're happy, you're in a good mood and shit, right? Your woman, why would she suddenly want you to? Why would she suddenly want you to boil down, let out all your emotions? It's not your nature. You're stable. You're a rock. You're masculine. You're stoic. That's what attracted her to you. Opposites attract. Now, when I was talking about men and women love differently, and I was talking about how women love from an opportunistic standpoint what can benefit her, I would go as far to argue and say men love women more different. Because in a relationship, and just things in general, you know, a lot of people want to get married, right? When a woman gets in a relationship with a man, all the benefits are pretty much there up front. You're gonna get free dinner dates. You're gonna have that care. You're gonna have a man put a roof over your head. There's nothing wrong with these things. But I'm saying, in a relationship, commonly, the security aspect the women get right off the jump. Most religious institutions teach, no sex before marriage, right? So the man, they're pretty much in it for sex. And I say a man love differently because a man can suffer long term without any of the favors on his side. He's not gonna get sex for years. Most relationships take years to build. A man can suffer, and a woman. I say men love differently because a man can go to war, get his limbs blown off to protect this woman. You know, he's not really looking for as much as a woman's looking for in a relationship, the standards and whatnot. We just want a beautiful kind of woman. That's it. And even if you do grow old and wrinkly, if you're loyal to us, we're not gonna leave. We will stay. This is why men get their limbs blown off in war, shot, beaten, even die sometimes, for the sake of protecting and providing for your woman. Bro, God forbid your woman could turn disabled, your man will probably stay. Because they will love differently. Now, this is not me saying every woman would just leave a man who's going through some hardship to you. No. But I speak from a general standpoint, right? Of course, there are anomalies, but that's not the rule. They are the exception. I look at the generalities of things, And in that aspect, we love differently. Men can suffer longer. Men can go through bullshit. Men have the privilege, it's actually a blessing in disguise, of taking on suffering and coming out the other side and not feeling the need to complain. Men can have the privilege of suffering, right? And the family's still stable. Women don't have that privilege though. For women suffers, the common phrase happy wife, happy life is very true. Because if a woman's not happy, she'll make sure no one else is happy. I promise you. She'll make sure no one else is happy. And it'll quickly spread. Because they're like children. They can't contain their emotions. So if the moment their brain tells them to lash out, she's gonna lash out. Us men, I'm sure we have those thoughts all the time. We have to compose ourselves because that's what they're attracted to. Truly attracted to. And I say truly attracted to because, like I said in the beginning, your woman will try to tell you otherwise that it's okay to open up. I'm speaking from experience. You don't want to open up to your woman like that. You don't want to cry to your woman because then you're acting like her. You are acting like her. Because now you're the equivalent of, and your ovaries going out of control. Your mood swings going out of control, which contradicts because we have dicks. I didn't even mean to rhyme. I didn't even try. But man, it's true, man. It's so true. I don't know what else to say. But men shouldn't complain. I'm really doing good with these rhymes right here. Am I? Aren't I? Yeah, so you gotta realize, man, men and women they love differently. And it's in a woman's nature to want to seek things that will make you attractive. And the complaining trait is a major downfall. Be very careful. That's why I keep saying, learn the language of womenese. You need to be a ninja of this game. You need to read the hidden meanings behind the hidden meanings, what women actually mean. Check out my last video for more about that context in terms of what learning womenese. But in the context of complaining, I'm telling you, it'll take you a long way not to complain about your life's problems to women, man. Because when you're happy, why would a woman suddenly want you to just be sad and open up about everything? It's not when you're happy, you truly realize, bro, she don't really care about your problems like that, man. She don't really care. Like, why would she want you to just throw an info dump on her of just all your life's problems? And women aren't really right to just find solutions straight away like us men are. They're not straightforward. Yeah, she may comfort you, but over time it's gonna weigh on her. Us men are different in terms of the love aspect. We're gonna link back to that. Us men, we can handle the mood swings and the bullshit. Would we prefer not to? Of course. It's annoying. But we still love this woman. So we'll go through the bullshit. We know how to navigate our way through it. We can handle the mood swings. And it's annoying to deal with, but we will handle it with class because we love you. We can handle the bullshit. We can go through pain. Men can go through war for your family. Get their limbs blown off, bleed, beaten, even killed sometimes for the sake of a family. So we have that privilege. And it's not something we should complain about. It's a noble thing. The women actually secretly love you too, but they made a night. So in that aspect, a man's love is very close to unconditional. I wouldn't necessarily say completely unconditional, like your mother or your sisters are exempt in the standpoint of you. If your siblings, if you got sibling sisters, they're kind of exempt. For a snake, weird, right? Because I live in London. They're exempt because it's you, right? But it doesn't exempt them, their nature, in terms of pursuing a man. They're looking for those traits. And complaining, save you a lot of time, man. Save you a lot of time. And make things so much easier for you. Women, on the other hand, something goes wrong, you're just one mood swing away from a divorce. One bad thing goes wrong. 80% of marriages, 80% of divorces are, insinuated by women, caused by women. They filed the divorces. So they don't really have the privilege of suffering like a man can. So she'll be the first to leave. So complaining will save you a lot of time. I'll give you a few more examples. Go to the gym. Every example I'm giving you, I've done before. I've complained and it never ended well. You go to the gym, you do a hard workout. Don't tell her. Don't tell her, oh, my shin's hurt. It's cool. It was a hard workout, but we enjoyed it. We came out the other side. That's all that matters. It was a hard day of business, but we're going to figure it out. Right? That's the type of stuff, man. I'm telling you, she loved that shit. She don't want you complaining all the time, man. She's already a pussy. And it's not misogynist, it's not sexist, it's a fact. She's already a pussy. She got a pussy underneath. We're dicks already. You don't want to be more of a dick. You don't want a dick in a woman. We're dicks already. And we can be ourselves if you want. Right? So it's balanced now. I made fun of women, I made fun of men. So none of you guys can give me any misogynistic claims. I shit on both, okay? I'm just an honest dude. Damn, man, don't complain, man. We don't have the luxury, we don't have the privilege. That's a big ass bird. We don't have the luxury, we don't have the privilege to complain. And my brain has been rewired. And I think God has naturally instilled it into our brain to be strong enough to handle every shit bullshit that comes your way, man. Because I've been in all sides of the spectrum of hell mentally. I've been suicidal. I've been depressed. I felt like doing crimes. I've been in all sides of the spectrum of just, what do you even name it? Just life, misery. And I'm still stable. Never complained once about those problems because I made it to the other side. Sort of. The unemployment thing is still a massive shit. But we'll manage him. Never complained once to them. Obviously, I'll document in my channel. Because the channel, I'm telling you the male journey, right? Gotta give you a realistic example of how things work because social media like to filter things a lot. So I'll be honest here, of course. It's like a journal, if you will, a storybook. Digital footprint. Whatever you want to call it. Sorry guys, I am a bit tired. So I'm kind of slurring my words here, I'm sorry. But yeah, man. What else stuff to say? Do I have one more thing to say? Don't complain, man. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Don't complain. Because she don't want another pussy. So I'm telling you, she got one already, man. She don't want another pussy. She want a dick. So no, seriously though, don't complain. I'm telling you, bro, it'll do you massive favors. I don't complain to women. I don't open up to women. I don't cry to women like that. Keep it in, man. Maybe if you got male dudes, you can relate to them, cool. Because their brains are similar, you can relate. But women, they're wired to lose attraction. So you don't want to complain, man. They're not wired to handle it long term. Maybe once or twice. Then the patterns come, gets to know you, start to have a go on, she go leave. The same way for women were to act authoritative and masculine, deep voice, I'm like, well, I'll beat the fuck out of you, bitch. You made it be a man, but I'm run this shit. She started talking to you like that. The same way, she not attracted to you being a little crybaby bitch and I know my problems, but your life is too hard. Yeah, my boobs look too much. I can't do a few more voices no more, man, but you get the gist. The same way she discussed it like that, The same way we discussed it, right? She keep acting masculine and shit, like Hulk smash. Going to bang me in the bed. Now you two gonna cover up my videos because I'm just telling the truth. And they always shout about my stuff. And when she talk like that, that's gonna pull us off too. You get the point. Peace.